Feeling abandoned and utterly alone, CHIOMA knew she had hit rock bottom. Returning to the village seemed like the only option, but she was determined to fulfill her dreams and make her family proud, no matter what. She decided to sell food to her fellow students after classes, hoping to make enough money to cover her expenses. Though she managed to earn some money, it was never enough to cover her medication, drugs, fees, and personal needs. One afternoon, as she sat at her food selling spot, feeling desperate and defeated, a customer approached. She served him quietly, her mind weighed down by her problems. The customer, a middle-aged man with kind eyes, noticed her distress. "You seem troubled, young lady. What's on your mind?" he asked gently. Unable to hold back her emotions, CHIOMA poured out her heart to him. She shared her story, from her dreams of attending university to her current struggles with addiction and financial hardship. The man listened attentively, his expression sympathetic. "I'm sorry to hear about your troubles, CHIOMA. I can offer you a job. It's not exactly legal, but it pays well. You'll be able to cover your expenses and get back on your feet." CHIOMA hesitated for a moment, knowing the risks involved, but desperation clouded her judgment, and she agreed to take the job. A few days later, Blessing noticed CHIOMA's increasingly erratic behavior and tried to intervene, but CHIOMA brushed her off, too consumed by her immediate needs. Then, one morning, CHIOMA woke up to find that Blessing was missing. She asked around, but no one had seen her since the previous night. Panic set in as CHIOMA realized that something terrible might have happened to her only true friend. Determined to find Blessing and turn her life around, CHIOMA sought out the man who had offered her the job. Confronting him, she demanded answers. "Where is Blessing? What did you do to her?" The man looked surprised, but then smirked. "I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you're looking for trouble, you might just find it." Realizing that she was in over her head, CHIOMA backed away and fled. She knew she had to make a change. Gathering the strength that had once driven her to excel, she decided to seek help. She reached out to university counselors and support services, confessing her struggles and asking for guidance. With their support and determination, CHIOMA started the long journey toward recovery. She attended counseling sessions, joined support groups, and gradually distanced herself from the dangerous influences that had led her astray. She never stopped searching for Blessing, holding on to the hope that her friend would be found safe. After years of hard work and determination, CHIOMA completed her studies and graduated with honors. She had faced many challenges, but her perseverance had paid off. With her medical degree in hand, CHIOMA returned to her village, where she was greeted with open arms and joyous celebrations. The once timid and financially struggling girl had transformed into Dr. CHIOMA, a beacon of hope for her community. She quickly set up a small clinic, offering affordable health care to those in need. Her reputation as a compassionate and skilled doctor spread quickly, and people came from near and far to seek her help. One sunny afternoon, CHIOMA was busy attending to patients when a familiar face walked into her clinic. It was Blessing, looking healthier and happier than CHIOMA had ever seen her. "Blessing, where have you been? I was so worried," CHIOMA exclaimed, rushing over to embrace her friend. Blessing laughed, tears of joy in her eyes. "I went through my own struggles, CHIOMA, but I managed to turn my life around. I heard about everything you've been doing here, and I knew I had to come see it for myself." The two friends spent hours catching up, sharing their experiences and the lessons they had learned. CHIOMA told Blessing about her plans to give back to the community, including a scholarship fund to help students who couldn't afford their education. True to her word, CHIOMA used her earnings to establish the CHIOMA Foundation, dedicated to supporting underprivileged students. She made it a point to personally mentor many of these students, sharing her story to inspire and motivate them. One day, as she was reviewing applications for the scholarship, she came across a letter from a young girl named Ada. Ada's story was strikingly similar to CHIOMA's own, a bright student from a poor background, determined to change her family's circumstances through education. CHIOMA invited Ada to her clinic for an interview. As they talked, CHIOMA saw the same fire and determination in Ada's eyes that had driven her years ago. She knew she had found a kindred spirit. "Ada, you remind me so much of myself," CHIOMA said, smiling warmly. "I believe in you, and I'm happy to offer you this scholarship. But remember, this is just the beginning. The journey will be tough, but with determination, you can achieve your dreams." Over the years, CHIOMA's clinic and foundation flourished. She continued to provide medical care and support education for those in need, becoming a pillar of strength in her community. Her story of resilience and generosity inspired countless others to give back and help those less fortunate. CHIOMA had fulfilled her dreams and, in doing so, had made her parents and siblings incredibly proud. She had not only changed her own life, but had also touched and transformed the lives of many others. Through her tireless efforts, she proved that no matter how difficult the journey, success was possible with hard work, determination, and a compassionate heart.